Hello, you're watching the English News Bulletin on QPVN channel. I'm Cho Nguyễn, and now let me keep you up to date with the headlines. Vietnam and Peru seek measures to deepen relations. Preparation for the Vietnam People's Army's 80th founding anniversary celebration inspected. Vietnam and Sweden connect port services. On November the 13th, local time, Peruvian President Dina Boluarte hosted a solemn welcoming ceremony for President Lương Cường and the high-ranking Vietnamese delegation on an official visit to the Republic of Peru. Right after the official welcome ceremony, President Lương Cường and the President of Peru held talks. The official visit of President Lương Cường took place at a time when both countries are celebrating the 30th anniversary of diplomatic relations. Despite the geographical distance, the two countries have significantly promoted the political, diplomatic, economic, trade, and investment relations. After the official welcoming ceremony, the two presidents had a private meeting and then held talks. The Vietnamese president stressed that there remains significant potential for further cooperation between the two countries, particularly both countries are members of the CPTPP agreement. He urged the Peruvian government to create favorable conditions and specific policies to help Vietnamese businesses cooperate and invest effectively in the country. Acknowledging the substantial contribution made by the VIET military industry and telecoms group to Peru's sustainable development, President Dina Boluarte affirmed that the Peruvian government will create favorable conditions for VIET to expand its business activities in Peru through its vital telecommunications project, particularly in digital transformation projects and smart city development. As the two leaders affirmed their resolve to upgrade the bilateral ties, they reached consensus on bolstering cooperation across the areas of their strengths and interests, such as economy, trade, investment, defense, security, agriculture, and telecommunications, strengthening cooperation and mutual support at international organizations, multilateral and inter-regional forums, including cooperation between Peru and ASEAN and South-South cooperation. The two sides also concurred on ensuring the principles of the UN Charter, stepping up multilateral coordination, and promoting common values regarding peace, cooperation, and the settlement of disputes via peaceful means and based on respect for international law. Following the talks, the two leaders announced a joint statement on strengthening the bilateral relations. Following their official talks, President of Peru Dina Boluarte presented the Grand Cross of the Order of the Sun of Peru to President Lương Cường. This prestigious award from the Peruvian government recognizes President Lương Cường contribution to fostering and strengthening the friendship and cooperation between the two countries, reflecting Peru's deep respect and special regards for Vietnam and its people. Expressing his honor and gratitude upon receiving the order's Grand Cross, the Vietnamese president emphasized that this esteemed decoration serves as encouragement and motivation for him to further contribute to nurturing the Vietnam-Peru partnership. He committed himself to working closely with Peruvian counterparts to build a robust, effective relationship that benefits both nations and contributes to peace, stability, and prosperity in their respective regions and around the world. During his official visit to the Republic of Peru, President Lương Cường met with Peru's President of the Council of Ministers, Gustavo Adriazen, as well as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Peru, Javier Arevalo Vela. President Lương Cường and President of the Council of Ministers, Gustavo Adriazen, agreed to foster high-level exchanges and increase official visits between leaders of the two countries in the coming years. Both sides committed themselves to fostering close cooperation to enhance ASEAN-Pacific Alliance partnerships and strengthening mutual support in multilateral forums and international organizations. In his meeting with Chief Justice Javier Arevalo Vela, President Cường expressed his desire for increased cooperation between the judicial sectors of Vietnam and Peru. He emphasized hopes for more delegation exchanges and experience sharing between the courts of both countries. Additionally, he encouraged Peru's judiciary to create favorable conditions for Vietnamese businesses to expand their investment in Peru. On this occasion, President Lương Cường and the high-ranking Vietnamese delegation laid a wreath at the Monument of National Heroes and Forebears of Peruvian Independence in the capital of Lima. On the morning of November the 14th, the General Political Department held a conference to review the preparation for activities celebrating the 80th founding anniversary of the Vietnam People's Army and the 35th Whole People's Defense Festive Day, under the chair of its chairman, Senior Lieutenant General Trịnh Văn Quyết. The functional agencies and units of the Ministry of National Defense have actively carried out preparation for the celebration as planned, with quality, efficiency, and progress ensured. The task of dissemination, emulation, and commendation, cultural, literary, and artistic activities, home front policies, mass mobilization, gratitude work have been thoroughly implemented, while scientific seminars, exhibitions, and defense relations activities have been well prepared. Emphasizing the importance of the successful organization of such activities, General Quyết urged the agencies and units to continue to study, coordinate, make appropriate adjustment to effectively organize the activities to ensure progress as planned. On the afternoon of the same day in Hanoi, General Nguyễn Tân Cương, Chief of the General Staff and Deputy Defense Minister, received Cuban Ambassador to Vietnam Orlando Nicolas Hernandez Gulen, who just completed his working term in Vietnam. At the reception, General Nguyễn Tân Cương congratulated Ambassador Orlando Nicolas Hernandez Gulen on completing his term in Vietnam. The host conveyed the warm greetings of General Phan Văn Giang, Minister of National Defense, to the Cuban ambassador, and emphasized that the special traditional friendship between Vietnam and Cuba is developing deeply and practically in many areas. In 2025, to celebrate the 65th founding anniversary of the diplomatic ties, the Ministry of National Defense of Vietnam wishes to continue to cooperate closely with the Ministry of Revolutionary Armed Forces of Cuba to further develop the special traditional friendship between the two countries. Ambassador Gulen emphasized the important role of defense cooperation in the overall Cuba-Vietnam relationship. The guest pledged that in any positions, he would always contribute to the development of the bilateral relationship in general and defense relations in particular. Also, on November the 14th in the Philippines, the opening ceremony of the 32nd ASEAN Army's Rifle Meet, or ARM-32 in short, took place, with the theme Strengthening Cooperation and Friendship Towards Regional Stability. More to follow. ARM-32 brings together 10 contingents of the best shooters from 10 ASEAN countries, with hundreds of players to strengthen solidarity and friendship among ASEAN militaries. This is an annual event to help ASEAN military exchange, promote cooperation, and contribute to maintaining a peaceful, stable environment and common development in the region and the world. After the opening ceremony, the contingents had participated in friendly shooting, while the shooters would compete in events from November the 15th. The Vietnam People's Army contingent with 25 athletes would compete in 5 categories, including men's pistol, women's pistol, rifle, carbine, and machine gun. ARM-32 is not only a place for talented shooters from the armed forces of ASEAN countries to compete, but also an opportunity to strengthen solidarity, friendship, understanding, practice skills, and learn from each other among the contingents. Coming up next, Vice President Võ Thị Ánh Xuân visits the Czech Republic. Vietnam and Sweden connect port services. During an official visit to the Czech Republic from November the 13th to the 16th at the invitation of Czech Prime Minister Petr Fiala, Vietnam's Vice President Võ Thị Ánh Xuân met with Petr Simonek, Vice Chairman of the Czech Moravian Communist Party, and Hravoš Vitek, Vice Chairman of the Czech-Vietnam Friendship Association. During the meeting with Vice Chairman of the Czech Moravian Communist Party, Vice President Võ Thị Ánh Xuân affirmed that Vietnam highly values and seeks to strengthen its tradition of friendship and multifaceted cooperation with the Czech Republic, contributing to peace, stability, and development regionally and globally. She urged both parties to increase information sharing, exchanges on theoretical and practical issues, and delegation visits to foster greater understanding and political trust. Vice Chairman Simonek stated that the Czech Moravian Communist Party consistently supports the Czech Republic's policies towards Vietnam and will actively work to deepen the friendship and cooperation between the two parties. He emphasized the aim of fostering a robust, effective partnership across all areas to benefit both countries' people. The same day, Vice President Xuân met with Vice President of the Czech-Vietnam Friendship Association, where she acknowledged the enduring friendship and invaluable support of the Czech people during Vietnam's struggle for independence and national development today. She also praised the association's active role in fostering exchanges and connections between the people of both countries, affirming that the Vietnamese government will continue to support the association in its efforts to stand alongside the Vietnamese people. Vice President Reup VIET emphasized the importance of Vice President Xuân's official visit to the Czech Republic and other recent high-level exchanges in promoting bilateral cooperation. He proposed that both countries strengthen cooperation in tourism and cultural exchanges to help their citizens gain deeper insights into each other's culture, land, and people. He reaffirmed the Czech-Vietnam Friendship Association's commitment to contributing to Vietnam's development and to advancing the relationship between the two countries. At a recent roundtable discussion at Vietnam-Sweden Business Forum, the world's leading container shipping company MSC announced the expansion of its Swan service starting in 2025, which will establish the first direct route between the Sweden's port of Gothenburg and Vietnam's southeastern province of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu. Vietnam is transitioning towards a digital economy, green growth, and sustainable development in response to climate change. In this process, driven by sci-tech and innovation, Vietnam looks forward to receiving support and cooperation from global partners, including Sweden. Currently, both countries have been implementing National Power Development Plan No. 8 and Just Energy Transition Partnership, or GETP in short, in Vietnam. Vietnam has been an important market for Ericsson for more than 30 years, and currently the Southeast Asian country is still the focus of attention of these leading technology group in Northern Europe. We have welcomed many Vietnamese delegations to visit and learn about 5G technology. Especially in the aviation industry, if covered by 5G telecommunications network, flight operations will certainly be much more convenient, safer, and more efficient.
5G. So Sweden has covered.
Ericsson's presence in Vietnam for the past 31 years has contributed to promoting the fruitful relationship between the two countries. As a country with rapid economic growth, Vietnam is also well known for its transition towards digital economy and green growth. Therefore, the country has become an attractive investment destination for European countries, especially Nordic ones. Vietnam's digital economy has reached a new milestone, maintaining double-digit growth to hit $36 billion. E-commerce alone contributes $22 billion in gross merchandise value, according to the latest Southeast Asia's digital economy report from Google, Temasek, and Bain & Company. The report highlights that Vietnam's online media sector is the fastest growing in Southeast Asia, expected to reach $11 billion by 2030. Vietnam's ambitious digital transformation roadmap has received high praise, spotlighting government initiatives to expand digital infrastructure and encourage investment in AI and semiconductor technology. These efforts are part of a larger strategy to boost economic growth and enhance public services across the country. And that's all for now. Remember, you can always watch the news again at QPVN.vn. Now, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.